Leamons, welcome back to yet another video of mine. So today, I kind of wanted to talk about an old story of mine, kind of about a jammer that I met, weirdish story, maybe even a little creepy. I wouldn't go as far to say anything too scary, like not up there. As I've already said before, I haven't really experienced any creepy, scary stories on Animal Jam, nothing like that. And I know some of you have, and last year I made a video about those stories. And I wasn't sure if I should this year or not, but I definitely do want to share this story of my own. So for this video, I will be doing that. Like my last video, I am unscripted, only because I didn't really know where to start, like for scripting this video. It's just a story of mine, and I'm not really sure how long it will take. I just wanted to talk about it. It's basically about a jammer that I used to know, and just everything that happened with them. And yeah, it's kind of a lot, but yeah, I'll get to it. Just really weird what happened. Like, it's not anything that you'd think would happen. It just didn't make sense. And to this day, I have no idea what happened and how they did the things they did, but it happened, and I have proof of that because, you'll get on to the video, but basically, I'll be talking about a jammer in Animal Jam. They're not active anymore. @EpicGirl was their username. I don't know how I remember that, but right now, currently, they're like a sheep that's like darker, and then they have like a teal pumpkin hat on, kind of like a creepier look, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I was just kind of checking them out the other day because I remembered my past with them, and I'm like, oh yeah, like what happened with them? And no, they haven't been playing at all. And I just remember one day they suddenly stopped playing, and I guess they really haven't went on since that day. It's been a while, and they haven't returned, so obviously they're gone. Otherwise I might not have shared their user if they weren't fully gone, but I really hope they don't ever come back and people like pester them. I doubt it. They've been gone for like over a year or two now, so we're probably fine. But anyways, with that, I'm Leamonpuppy. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get started with the video. So basically, @EpicGirl, where do I start with them? So this was around when me and my sister both used to play Animal Jam. So that was a long time ago, because when my sister was involved with Animal Jam, that was ancient times, because she's quit a long time ago. I have to say maybe it was around 2017, maybe 2018. Even saying that is a stretch, but around there for sure. And I don't know, we just kind of played and had fun. We didn't really, we cared about trading, but we weren't like hardcore traders at that point. We had fun. We knew what betas were by that point. Like, there was a point when we didn't know what betas were, we just knew what spikes were. But then there's a point when we started realizing, oh, raccoon tail's good. Oh, avatar hat's good. Oh my god, airplane wings, dino horn, those are the most insane items. Like, we kind of started realizing those kind of worths. We couldn't afford them, but we knew what they were. Basically, we've been playing enough to know what rares were. But anyways, we just played, and I remember at a party, I don't really recall what party, it might have been dinner party, we met this jammer called @EpicGirl. It was my sister who actually met her, not me. She kind of talked to her a bit and became friends with her, and then my sister was telling me, oh yeah, I met this really awesome person, we were talking, and then so I went on one day with my sister, and we all kind of talked, and me and my sister got to know her, and it was pretty cool. For all I knew, she wasn't rare, she was just, she was like us, she had like a few spikes, and like maybe, if she's lucky, forest boots or whatever, blackout spike. At that point in time, blackout spike wasn't even like that insane. It just came out in membership items, but people still wore it because it was kind of a cool item for sure. But anyways, stuff like that. Even forest boots weren't even that rare, so it's hard to explain because all these items I'm saying are decently rare now, but back then they weren't that rare. They were still rare though. I don't know how to explain it, but decently rare. Anyways, so it was kind of weird because one day I remember going on Animal Jam. My sister wasn't on that day, and I saw @EpicGirl's active, and I was like, oh hey, my friend's active, might as well go to her den. I went to her den, I saw her, and then she was like dressing items on, like kind of wearing them, and then she threw on a rare feather boa. It was like light blue, and I was just like, huh? Isn't that like a really rare item? And yes, it is, if you didn't know. A rare feather boa is pretty good. They have different colors. light blue is like a decent color. It's not like the worst, not the best. It's like middle stage, I'd say. But yeah, she just threw it on, like no problem. And I was just like, whoa, that's cool. So of course I wanted to say something about that. So I was like, oh my god, that feather bow is amazing. How did you get that? Oh my god, I love that. I was just kind of like going on about how much I loved it, because to be honest, that was like a rare item at the time. When I saw it, I knew I wanted it. It was one of those like really pretty items that I definitely wanted. And I couldn't afford, so, you know, I was just like, oh, dang it, that's awesome, though. And then I remember she said back to me, she's like, oh, haha, do you want it? And I was like, huh? She's like, oh, yeah, I don't know, you could probably throw some stuff on trade and I'll see what I want. So I'm like, what the heck? But I'm like, I'm not rare, she's not gonna want anything, like, what the heck? So I threw on, like, a flower crown, because I'm like, literally, like, I had flower crown, force boots, I had, like, decent, okay betas, but nothing that could afford a feather boa. But I threw them on trade anyways, because that's the best I had. Like, might as well try, right? By the way, flower crowns were rare at that point in time. They weren't. Like, right now, they're not that rare. I mean, they've been out of stores for, like, a little while. But back at that point, they were actually really rare. They're the same worth as maybe force boots. But anyways, back to the point. I think it was, like, a pink flower crown or purple. I don't really recall, because purple and pink are similar. But, yeah, it was one of those colors. Anyways, put on trade and a few other things. And she traded me for the flower crown. She gave me the rare blue feather boa. I'm not even kidding. And to be honest, guys, I think I've talked about her in one of my videos. I didn't really go into full detail, though, about what happened in the whole scenario. But she kind of traded me some weird rares. And it was really weird because she didn't know rares. She wasn't like a rare beta person. She had no idea what these things were worth. She'd trade for low things, and she kept getting new rares. Like, it wasn't like she just had these all and I was like, she just randomly had them. Like, it wasn't like she was some ancient player who had all these old stuff. Like, she just kept getting all these super rare items out of nowhere. And I just, to this day, I don't know how. Like, I think she ended up getting raccoon tails. She ended up getting, like, rare lies or lees. Wait, lay. I can never pronounce that item. Oh my god, you guys, I'm sorry. You guys probably already say lay, but I call it lie. And everyone, whenever I say that out loud when I talk about it, like, I've been on voice chat with people and I call it a lie. People are like, what? I'm like, oh, a lay. Whoops. Like, because I'm so used to calling it a lie, but it doesn't matter usually, because I usually type out stuff, right? Because it's Animal Jam. But whenever I do say it out loud to the whatever person I'm talking to person, they're just like, what are you talking about? Same with aviator hat. I said it right, but sometimes I'll call it avatar hat. So, and I own one, so that's really saying a lot. But anyways, back to the story. Getting a little sidetracked here. She just kind of pulled out really good rares out of nowhere. Like, I don't know how she kept getting such really good betas. Like, so I think there was another time when she traded me black tip raccoon tail. So that's how I ended up with a black tip raccoon tail. I've mentioned that was like one of my like first really good rares, and it's kind of like weird. It's like, how did you get the highest color, Leamonpuppy? Like, that's kind of a weird thing to just get first, you know what I mean? But no, it's because I got it basically for free from her. I don't want to say for free, because I did end up trading her like flower crowns or the best items I had at the time. Like, I'd always put on the best items I had on trade, and she would usually offer me first, like. And I didn't really, I don't know, like, she didn't really care. It wasn't like she's like, oh my god, you're over trading me, or you're under trading me, I mean. But it's like, I don't know, like, should I have, like, not taken it? Like, to this day, I don't really know, because she seemed to really want my items, and she seemed to really feel happy giving them to me. It was almost like she was gifting me them, knowing that, like, she's gifting me them, but also she's kind of getting at least a flower crown from it. Like, I have no clue, or I don't know how she was getting these items. I don't know if she was some really old beta player, but I asked her about that. I'm like, how long have you been playing? And she said that she's only been playing like a year tops, and I really doubt that. Like, and she wasn't the most active player, and that's why me and my sister, we'd always go to Animal Jam and be like, is a beta, or as a beta person, no, Epic Girl, is at Epic Girl online? We'd always check and like see, and she was never online. But the very odd time she just was online, and we get so pumped. Because first of all, she actually was our friend, and me and my sister both met her. Like, me and my sister had our friends, but like side friends. Like, we had our own friend, oh yeah, him, and then her. But like, this was one person that we could both call our friend, and we'd all hang out. It was kind of like a fun time. Like, whenever she was on, I'd definitely tell my sister, or if my sister's on, she'd tell me, and we'd all kind of talk. And yeah, like, it wasn't like every single time we went on, she would trade us good stuff. Like, there was a lot of times where we just genuinely hanged out. But there was times where she would just give us really good items. And I don't think it was just me. Like, I'm pretty sure my sister got some good items too. don't really know what my sister got because I'm not my sister, and I'd have to ask her, and I doubt she even remembers any Animal Jam stuff like that. Like, she definitely remembers playing the game, but she doesn't remember details like that. Like, I remember details like that because obviously I really like Animal Jam, and because I've been still playing this game to this day, I still kind of have a memory of old things too, because it's like still relevant to me, I guess. But my sister definitely has forgotten about that. But I know my sister got items kind of like mine, like worth-wise. So she definitely got some items worth like raccoon tail and stuff. So pretty good too, right? I have no clue. Honestly, at Epic Girl, if you're out there, please find me, because I don't know, I had a lot of good chats with you, and I just remember so many good times. Like, I don't know, like, I genuinely have good memories talking with you and like laughing and going to parties together with me, you, and my sister. Like, I don't know why it's this big memory, but it just is. And also, like, how did you get all these random rare items? Like, low-key, were you kind of like glitching them to the game, or like what were you doing? Because like you weren't like a beta player, and it wasn't like you just had these items for a long time. Like, all of a sudden one day you'd pull out a new beta item out of nowhere. Like, it seemed kind of weird. Like, should I have been questioning it more at the time? Like, I have no clue. I don't really know, because honestly, like, I kind of knew what betas and items and rare items were, but I wasn't so involved in the community that I knew it was even possible to glitch items in or hack, I guess. I don't want to assume Epic Girl was hacking anyone. I don't want to see that out of her, because she just seems so nice and innocent, and I mean, she was giving us the items in the end, so like I don't know why she would, but I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible, right? I have no clue. It just really confuses me. Like, the fact that she just gave us these like insane items for like only a flower crown or forest boots or whatever, and just like she seems so chill about it, and just like, what happened to her? And also, what was she doing? Like, do you guys have any idea like how she was maybe getting those items? Do you think maybe she just had them in her inventory and she just pulled them out once in a while, and she was a beta player and she just didn't tell us? Because when we asked her, she said she was playing for a year, but that's not really like a full like that if you were playing for a year at this time when I started Animal Jam, that doesn't mean you're all of a sudden a huge beta person. Like, you had to been playing for a few years before I started. So I don't really know, to be honest. And I really want to know, but I don't. And it's just kind of like a big mystery. Kind of weird. And again, it's not creepy or scary at all. It's just like a mystery. Like, I want to know, but I don't think I ever will. And I just thought I'd kind of talk about it in a video. Again, I'm unscripted. I'm really trying to kind of like do unscripted videos more, because I want to get more fluent with just talking and going with the flow and not having to write a whole script out, because I'm not even kidding, but writing scripts it takes a lot of time, and it's really draining, and honestly my fingers get tired after typing. This is kind of funny, but I actually when I script, I type with my fingers on my phone in Notes. That's where I do all my scripts. So honestly, if you guys are like, oh, I don't know what to do, like, I literally do it in my notes in my phone. I write my scripts there, and then I read them off of my phone. Or no, I read them off my iPad, because I have an iPad that's connected to my phone, so I'm able to read off my iPad and then record on my phone. I don't use any fancy things on computer or anything, or a microphone. I literally just use iMovie. Like, there's so many ways to get around just like making good videos, like for easy. So like, honestly, if you guys want to make videos, like, just do what I do, or I don't know, it's not that hard. You'll get used to it. But I also really want to start doing unscripted videos more, because I just want to get more of the flow of just being natural and talking. It actually kind of helps me in the future too. Like, if I'm ever doing a presentation or anything, I feel like I can just like kind of go with the flow more and not have to like read off cards. I can just kind of like talk about it instead. I don't know, it's just like a skill that I want, and so I'm doing it for myself, and I'm also doing it because it helps me make videos faster too, and that's always a good thing. So, and many of you said you liked me when I was unscripted, so that also made me feel kind of happy, so I guess that's another reason. But anyways, that's all I had to say for this little kind of story time video. I mean, I don't know, it's like a story time kind of mystery of some weird old Animal Jammer I knew, but yeah, that's it for the video. It's been Leamonpuppy. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys all next time.